nothing to lose tonight, yeah. We gon' get down. Boy, what you wanna do? Feeling my body closer to you. Boy, I'm dancing for you. Feeling my body closer to you. Give me your mind, collect all the thoughts in your head. Give me your heart, protect you from thoughts in your head. Feel it in the dark, I can feel you from afar. For you, in your eyes I see the stars. I've been looking for you. I can feel it in the air. One puff, I'm blown away. I can feel it in the air. One puff, I'm blown away. Boy, if it's cool tonight, yeah. Take me out of the town. Just me and you tonight, yeah. Nobody's around. Boy, what you wanna do? Feeling my body closer to you. Boy, I'm dancing for you. Feeling my body closer to you. Give me your mind, collect all the thoughts in your head. Give me your heart, protect you from thoughts in your head. Feel it in the dark, I can feel you from afar. For you, in your eyes I see the stars. I've been looking for you. I can feel it in the air. One puff, I'm blown away. I can feel it in the air. One puff, I'm blown away.
Yo, see we in a situation, can make it work. Appreciate the invitation, don't like the flirt. How you really tryna stun on me? Knew I had a feeling from the jump, you ain't the one for me, nah. Steady calling up your phone, you ain't picking up. Your homie say she was a jump, then why you hit her up? Please don't make me call your home, make me call your bluff. Heard it to be rough, out of luck, now you out here stuck. Anytime, anywhere, no. I'ma pull up anytime, anywhere, nah. And you know me not care, no. And I lie, me I tell no. Me know you're mad, so I want matter like. Not about that change up, cause you just my type. Empress, bad gal, me in your life. Saying not about that change up, not about that change up. Me ting mad, yeah, no, me ting mad. Me ting mad, yeah, no, me ting mad. Me ting mad, boy, you know me ting mad. About to run, make me chase you. I got some issues that require just a little love. This that life, you gotta live it, you can't make it up. A lot of people tryna take it, I don't give it up. Yeah, I had enough, it's what it is, it's never what it was. Take it off, try it down for me now. Rest your standards on the ground for me now, yeah. Take it off, try it down for me now. And I lie, me I tell no. But nah, on the time, I don't watch nobody. Wind it up slow, yeah, I'ma wind my body. Make it come closer, you're closer, daddy. By my way, so whenever you say so. Anytime, anywhere now. I'ma pull up anytime, anywhere, nah, nah, nah. And you know me not care, no. And I lie, me I tell no. Me know you're mad, so I want matter like. Not bad that change up, cause you just my type. Empress, bad gal, me in your life. Saying not bad that change up, not bad that change up. Me ting mad, yeah, and me ting mad. Me ting mad, yeah, and me ting mad. Me ting mad, boy, you know me ting mad. About to run, make me chase you. I feel no, say I know what I like. Make you grab me by the waist, say I know what I like, yeah. I feel no, say I know what I like. Make you grab me by the waist all night. I feel no, say I know what I like. Make you grab me by the waist, say I know what I like, yeah. I feel no, say I know what I like. Make you grab me by the waist all night. Baby, I ain't get no sleep. I'm about to come through. Think I need to spend a week with you. Control my thoughts, I get so weak for you. I lose my mind if I don't speak to you. My heart, my soul, it only syncs with you. Swear I don't want nobody else but you. I don't talk to my ex no more. My time's been pressed to kick it. We can make that move now, baby. Tell me if you with it. She with it, I'm with it, I'm ready. You with it, I'm with it, I'm ready. Promise you won't forget me, no. Promise you won't forget me. Know that there hasn't been many. Know that there hasn't been many. Let you in if you're ready. Let you in if you're ready. Why the fuck they gotta put the pressure on me? Counting me out there, I slept on me. How do they really know what the fuck's best for me? How do they know what God say he got next for me? I think that is true. I think that is true. And I would never make that claim if I ever felt confused. I don't follow rules, man, I listen to my spirit. People cloud your vision, it get hard to really hear it. Got a lot of drive, only one to ever steer it. Say what's on my mind, that's regardless if you feel it. Let them do them and I'm focused on us. Hate when they see it, now who can you trust? I'm with you, and there's no discussion. Man, that's my word, hope you know I ain't bluffing. You with it, I'm with it, I'm ready. You with it, I'm with it, I'm ready. Promise you won't forget me, no. Promise you won't forget me. Know that there hasn't been many. Know that there hasn't been many. Let you in if you're ready. Let you in if you're ready. I don't care nothing about what they be talking. Wrap the shit up, put it all in the coffin.
I remember living bad. Niggas in the bag, yeah.
I don't care nothing about what they be talking. Wrap the shit up, put it all in the coffin.
Everything was flash, yeah. The haters gon' hate on me. Come on, let's do this tab, yeah. I remember living bad.
If you with it.
Now a nigga chase a bag, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it. If you with it. Let you in if you're ready. Let you in if you're ready, baby. I'll let you in if you're ready. I don't care nothing about what they be talking. Wrap that shit up, put it all in the coffin. Hey, hey, hey. I don't care nothing about what they be talking. Wrap that shit up, put it all in the coffin. Hey, 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 hey. I don't care nothing about what they be talking. Wrap that shit up, put it all in the coffin. I don't care nothing about what they be talking. Wrap that shit up, put it all in the coffin.
yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Let's go. I remember living bad. Now a nigga chase a bag, yeah. I just see hundreds on hundreds. All I wanted was this cash, yeah. The diamonds on me, yeah, they water. So you know that they gon' splash, yeah. The haters gon' hate on it. Come on, like style is so fab, yeah. I remember living bad. Now a nigga chase a bag, yeah. I just see hundreds on hundreds. All I wanted was this cash, yeah. The diamonds on me, yeah, they water. So you know that they gon' splash, yeah. The haters gon' hate on it. Come on, like style is so fab, yeah. To all my haters, please don't act like you know me. I got your girlfriend texting hell of emojis, cause I'm all the way up. Like my seat wasn't a nosebleed, throwing all this money like it was confetti. And keep my bros with me like Ed and Eddie. And all my diamonds, yeah, they water. Like I went and broke the levee. The lifestyle I'm living is so unforgiving, but I'm rocking crosses like a nigga Christian. She on her knees, I'm saying oh God, now that's a definition. Natural religion, I'm ballin' left or right, that's a Euro step. Time to wake these niggas up like they overslept. So I'ma keep doing it till I can't do it no more. That means I do it till death. Finna take flight, yeah, that's dearly departed. They loving the kid and I'm just getting started. But when it comes down to loving and cuffing these hoes, I promise I am cold-hearted. About a bag like a bank robbery. Man, I cannot stop till I hit the lottery. Gripping this paper like it was a part of me. Hating on me? Well, I guess that you oughta be. Hey, I remember living bad. Now a nigga chase a bag, yeah. I just see hundreds on hundreds. All I wanted was this cash, yeah. The diamonds on me, yeah, they water. So you know that they gon' splash, yeah. The haters gon' hate on it. Come on, like style is so fab, yeah. I remember living bad. Now a nigga chase a bag, yeah. I just see hundreds on hundreds. All I wanted was this cash, yeah. The diamonds on me, yeah, they water. So you know that they gon' splash, yeah. The haters gon' hate on it. Come on, like style is so fab, yeah. The haters and whatever they do say, don't got time for love like I'm dodging the bouquet. Cause I'm making hit after hit. In other words, I'm flexing on them like Bobby Boucher. Flipping this money, call it acrobatic. My lifestyle a movie, yeah, it's cinematic. Man, now when I break like it was a bad habit. I'm paper chasing, the rest of y'all standing. Push button to start, the whip came by options. Now your baby in it, yeah, that is adoption. Designer this, designer that. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna be rocking. Get out my way like I caught in isolation. Cause I got the juice and you all concentrating. Throwing this money with no hesitation. How does it feel to watch a boss in the making? Let's get it. Cause I remember living bad. Nah, a nigga chase a bag, yeah. I just see hundreds on hundreds. All I wanted was this cash, yeah. The diamonds on me, yeah, they water. So you know that they gon' splash, yeah. The haters gon' hate on it, why? Cause my lifestyle is so fab, let's go. I remember living bad. Nah, a nigga chase a bag, yeah. I just see hundreds on hundreds. All I wanted was this cash, yeah. The diamonds on me, yeah, they water. So you know that they gon' splash, yeah. The haters gon' hate on it. Come on, like style is so fab, yeah. I remember living bad. Now a nigga chase a bag, yeah. I just see hundreds on hundreds. All I wanted was this cash, yeah. The diamonds on me, yeah, they water. So you know that they gon' splash, yeah. The haters gon' hate on it. Come on, like style is so fab, yeah.
Been doing really well. My music videos been watched daily. My followers grew. I've been performing all over the city, creating a buzz for myself. A few independent record labels reached out. 2019, we gonna take it to the next level. But for now, it's time to celebrate.
Put your glasses in the air. Celebration.
Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes. I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes. I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Time ticking, every day it's like I turn the clock. Big boy jackets, man, we used to play the block. Ty had them Knicks looking like tater tots. We was fly polo hoodie on with the polo socks. Just another winter, told her I'm a winner. Them nights cold, growing old, but you still a kid, huh? Nobody wanna make them grow moves. Pops died young, had the rhythms of my own blues. Damn, ain't no teachers for that. It's like you playing from behind. When you younger, you black. They said the music right now, generational crack. I take the mic from these rappers, tell them run me the wax. Now go DJ, turn this up to the max. Feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Right now we counting down the the days till the ball drop. You be hating on the kid like a mall cop. When this song pop, tell them keep it in rotation. And free all the victims to that mass incarceration. She look good on the outside, charter school, but can't cook a meal, never been a Whole Foods. This beat so full, got me feeling old school. Hot top fade with the part I'm in my juice mood. Call me Bishop with the bars. You gotta speak it, then believe it, I'm a rock star. I won't have my children living in the boxcar. Take your mind out the gutter if you wanna go far. It's the teacher that write bars, still managed the class. And the student that wowed out, still managed to pass. You can learn a lot from my situation. I turn hard times to hard times celebration. Cheers tonight, feel the vibe, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Cheers tonight, feel the vibe, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Mama told me go to school, boy, you better make it. So I had to go to school, mama, now I made it. Yeah, I know you proud of me now. And your boy stay fresh like you powdered me down. I want the house and the car, on my own business. And all the chicks that I played, I'ma need forgiveness. Like LL, I'm in the house now. I'm in the booth sipping deuce while we count down. Cheers tonight, feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Cheers tonight, feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint.
New York, New York, Boogie the Bronx, Harlem the style, Brooklyn is wild, Queens is right, Staten Island the night. Flex this for New York City. Sound like.
Can't really trust myself around you. I'm overwhelmed. I don't wanna miss this one. I'm for real. If you can't tell, I pray that you catch all the feels I do. Didn't even really know ya. Couldn't help myself. Took you down on the first date. Couldn't even wait to get to my hotel. I pray that you want it again like I do. Maybe I'm just like my mother, just like my daddy. Overnight lovers, falling for you. I'm falling for you. Maybe we're meant for each other, maybe we're not. Don't wanna stop, I'm falling for you. Can't trust myself around you. Got me feeling faded when you're around. Need to feed this addiction. Let's go for rounds. You know how we get down. This love we make, it's got me so enraged. Oh, maybe I'm just like my mother, just like my daddy. Overnight lovers, falling for you. I'm falling for you. Maybe we're meant for each other.
Hey, once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience radio show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It's going down today. That was with Sharice Mills. Like I said, it's incredible. So much stuff going on. It's going to be a crazy show. We got the one and only David Pitt Conley from the group Surface. He's going to be chiming in a few. We got Candace Nicole Lipman. She's going to be on in a few. We got a couple of artists from IQ and IQ Management getting ready to pop in a few. Listen, there's so many people, so many moving parts to this show today. It's going to be incredible as we do what we do best right here on In The Mix Radio from 5 to 7 every Thursday. My co-host will not be here. The one and only Goddess will not be here today. So I am without Miss Tony. My heart is broken because we had an incredible time last week. at the Masquerade Ball from TNT Connections. We definitely had so much fun at that Masquerade Ball. It wasn't even funny. Sexiness was abound. You're going to see pictures, videos, everything getting ready to post up, pop up. You're going to finally see that interview that I did on Power 105. Shout out to DJ Self, my brother from another mother. You're going to see him here soon. Handsome Baller will be here soon. We got a lot of things popping off on this show today. We're going to have, an incredible young lady that will be a part of the show today. Has a new book, Archmedian. It's Miss Kamaya Tarpley. She will be chiming in. So if you're here to see her, please stay tuned. Please wait to see and hear about the book. And as you saw on the book cover, was the one and only the Robert Richard. He's been a guest here as well. So like I said, there's so many people, so many moving parts. We're about ready to get started with our first guest momentarily. So we're going to take a quick musical interlude and be right back. Let's go.
Young guy, gun.
Something for you, something for you, something for you, something for you, chocolate for you, chocolate for you, chocolate for you.
Wait, what?
Something for you, something for you, something for you, something for you, chocolate for you, chocolate for you, chocolate for you, chocolate for you. Go.
Baby, come give me something. Baby, I say make you come give me something. Honey, if not cash you want, baby, or if not card you want, ready? Baby, stop all the front end. Hey. I know say you want what I'm wanting. That's right. Hey. The way you give me eye on you like a pass, I see ya. Now you gonna look for me the other side, baby. You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? Can't barata, baby. You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? Who can't pass a go, baby? You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? Can't barata, baby. You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? Who can't pass a go, baby? Something light. I wanna give you something light. Baby, take something light. I wanna give you something light. Check. Now so the other time you didn't follow me, they dancing, yo. Oh baby, I can't ask myself if the true will be in a trance, yo. Oh baby, all I'm asking is one thing. I beg no go put me for long time. I know you no go mind down. I know you no go down me, yo. And when I done the chopper, I know you no go free me, yo. Them call me young guy, come for a reason. And I go show you my power every season. Baby, you want to go? You want to go? I ain't gonna try, baby. You want to go? Who can't pass a go, baby? You want to go? You want to go? I ain't gonna try, baby. You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? Who can't pass a go, baby? Something light. I wanna give you something light. Baby, take something light. I wanna give you something light. I don't wanna be a player no more. I think I found someone I go break my head for. I don't wanna be a player no more. I think I found someone. I think I found someone. Baby, something light. Baby, something light. Baby, something light. Baby, something light. Something light. Remember the man with the zero. Something light. Remember the man with the zero. Something
Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience radio show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It's going down today. And as I said, we got incredible guests in the building. The first one is coming up from the original group, Surface, David Pick Conley.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up? What's up? We're about to see
What's
you.
up, y'all?
We're about to see you in 2 seconds.
Okay.
All I want to say is an honor and a pleasure to be talking to someone I grew up listening to, an incredible artist who has done so much in the world of music. You can't even begin to scratch the surface of what this man has done in the industry and so many things that has happened. Okay, you kind of sideways. I don't know.
Oh, should I do it like that?
Yes, sir. There we go.
That's
Perfect.
better?
Perfect.
Okay.
When I tell you they have been in the minds and the hearts of so many, and when I say that, I'm talking about as far as weddings, movie scores, you name it, Surface has been a part of the incredible life and fabric of what music is, helping people to find love, to grow into love, to make babies too. And just to have you here today is an honor and a true pleasure, sir.
I appreciate it very much, and thanks so much. You make me remember a few things. It's been a long time, a whole lot of history behind all this stuff, you know. It's been a lot of years.
Oh, yes. What got y'all started in the business? What got y'all, you know, if you want to say, being a part of the fabric of music? What was the time frame that we were looking at as far as what it is that y'all were doing at that time?
Well, there's 2 time frames I should add. Okay, the first time frame was back in 1983.
Yes.
Really, Dave Townsend and I, we were kind of like just doing some music, and we didn't know that we could make money off it because we was in like local bands and stuff like that. So we just kind of perform around, you know, doing stuff like that. And we took a shot at getting a record deal at one point. I'll make it real quick about that. So we went out to California with his dad, Ed Townsend, the famous Ed Townsend, who wrote Let's Get It On for Marvin Gaye, I should add. That was his dad. And he got us a record deal, but nothing really happened. So we all kind of went back home. We got a record deal on, 20th Century Fox.
Yes.
Was it the 21st Century Music? I can't remember. Something like that. I can't quite remember the name of the record company because it's no longer around. So we went back home eventually, you know, but then, you know, in the meantime, I got into a group called Mandrill, and Dave Townsend got into a group called the Isley Brothers. And then we got back together when we were both off of the road, and we started writing songs. So I'm going back to Surface. So we started writing songs, and we wrote this little ditty called Falling in Love. And we auditioned a few singers, and we got a singer named Karen Copeland. And she was the original lead vocalist for Surface at the time. That was in 1983. Wow. So we kind of stumbled a little bit on this record deal because I was working with my mentor, Steve Washington, from a band called Slave. And I was in the studio with him. You know, I was playing a little percussion on one of his records or whatever. But in the lobby area, there was the president of the record company happened to be in there. And I was talking to one of the girls in the group, the only girl in the group, Starlina Young, who was now married to JT from Kool and the Gang. She was there.
Oh, wow.
And I was telling her that Dave and I had wrote this really cool song. And in the meantime, Ken Carey was over there listening to our conversation. And he came over to me. And he said, "So you got a cool song, huh?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Let me hear it." I was like, "Really?" And I said, "Okay." So he said, "Let's go in the studio," because there was a Studio B at the time. So he took me in there. I had a little cassette ready. He took that thing and put it in there, and he started playing it, bam, bam, bam. And he said, "Wow, this is a cool song." He said, "I'll tell you what," because it was a demo. It was just a little 4-track demo. So he said, "It's nice." He said, "But if you go into the studio here, where we were at, and redo it as a record," he said, "I'll put it out." I'm like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." So I ran home, right? I'm like, "Man," I said, "Man, we got a record deal." And I didn't quite know what was going on at the time.
Right.
So we had booked a session in the studio. We did the record. and we brought it back to him. And as he says, I'm going to put this record out. And so he said, I got somebody I want to have mix this record for you. And at the time, you know, we was just kind of getting started. We were real writers. We weren't really producers at the time, although we knew how to do music. So he had got a guy named Shep Pettibone, who was very famous at the time in mixing music, and he mixed our first record. And the record came out fabulous, you know, and then he put it out. He really actually put it out. And it hit in New York area. It was like a smash on Frankie Crocker at the time, who was the big DJ, you know, world-renowned Frankie Crocker, because, like, not only was he in New York, he had, you know, he was like that star DJ. So he put the record out and made it a smash, right? Only in the New York area. We thought we had hit all over the place. But we live here, so it's playing on the radio every 5 minutes.
Right.
Right? So we think we got a big hit. Ain't made no dime, nothing, no money yet at all. Right? And so later on, you know, he's the record company guy says, so what else you got? I'm like, you know, we can put some stuff together. He said, if you put together a whole album, he said, I'll give you some money to do it, but you got to show me the songs for demos. And he said, I'll give you $40,000 to do an album. I'm like, wow, $40,000 to do an album. That was a lot of money.
Right.
At the time. We're talking 1983. Right?
That's right.
So it was a lot of money. So we couldn't come up with nothing. So we came in, we was bringing them demos, and Ken Carey set up there, and he said, you know what, I think y'all stumbled. And I'm like, stumbled? He said, yeah. He said, I think y'all just stumbled on that first hit. And so we went back, you know, with our tails between our legs, and like, man, maybe he's right. We might have just shot our best shot, you know?
Right.
And so we went back, and then eventually Karen Copeland and I, we had split up in that first year. After that first year was over, we had split up because, you know, you think that you're a big star because you're hearing your record on the radio, and you think that you're making all of this money, so it goes back on me. What's Pick doing with all the money? I'm like, all the money? We're trying to make money here, right? So, you know, I guess I was being accused at the time of stealing something that wasn't there, you know. So, and I resented it, you know. So I said, no, we got to stop this. So we broke up. Then Dave Townsend met Bernard. Bernard Jackson was in Connecticut, and Dave's aunt was in Connecticut. So we met Bernard. I'm trying to make it real fast and get it all in. So that's why I'm talking fast, because there's a lot of stuff here to talk about. So he met Bernard Jackson. And he said he's going to bring Bernard down to kind of do some demos with us. So he brought Bernard down. And in that first couple of days, I think we wrote like about 3 or 4 songs. And each one of those songs eventually got covered, which means cut by other artists eventually later on. Because this was in 1984 at this time. So things wasn't happening between me, Dave, and Bernard. We were just writing songs. And so I eventually decided to go out to England to try to, you know, shop some music out in England, because a guy had heard Falling in Love and said, man, this song is hot. You should come out here and work with some cats in England. So I flew out there on my own, right, just on a hope and a prayer, and I kind of stumbled again. At the demos that we had, guess what one of the songs was? One of the songs in the demo package that I took to England was Only You Can Make Me Happy, right? We didn't know we had a hit at the time. So the British record company liked it for one of their groups. So I actually recorded it on a group in England called High Tension at that time. And so I recorded it on them. And here's where the big start is. So I recorded it on them, and they turned me on to some publishers in England who liked our stuff. But he said, he's in England and we're in New York area. So he said, why don't I turn you on to the New York people and see if they like you? And if they don't like you, then come back here. We're going to shop your song. Because at the time, we started writing some good songs with Bernard.
Because Falling in Love was number 67 in the UK, correct?
Yeah, it was number 67 in the UK, but it went gold in South Africa, and it went pretty big in France. But, you know, it was still just areas, just certain areas. You know, we wasn't big all over, not even here in the country. And Billboard Touch here, I think we was like 90 or 87 or something like that. It didn't do like a big hit, but we thought we had a hit at the time, you know. So we came back. And inside of the people that he turned us on to, they liked our songs too. So we started writing songs and sending them to him. What was that back there? Which that one of mine?
No, that was me.
Okay. So so we eventually wrote a song that went on New Edition album. At the time, New Edition was like, super big. And we was like jumping up and down. We got a song on New Edition's album now. So, and it's called Let's Be Friends, incidentally. And it was on All for Love album, which went double platinum. But we still wasn't in.
Right.
So they decided that they wanted to do a publishing deal with us, which means we could write songs and we give them to them, and with their power, they know a bunch of artists that they can shop them around to, and if they like them, then they'll do the songs.
Right.
You see? So we had that deal first. We was making $150 a piece for writing songs, and they gave us a $10,000 advance, and we went and got some equipment, some better equipment, so we was recording, little 8-track recorder at this time. We had a 4-track before, now we had an 8-track, and an 808 drum machine. And we had a Fender Rhodes, which I borrowed from my man Kenny Johnson. Thank goodness for that. And we bought a DX7. And that's really all we had, and a microphone. And Dave played the guitar, so we had a guitar. So that was our arsenal at the time, writing songs. So eventually they took the songs to Columbia Records, and to shop the songs, Lark and Arnold heard the songs. He said, these songs are nice, but this sounds like a group. Who's doing this music? They said, oh, these guys, they're doing some music. They said, well, I want to see them. So next thing you know, we went out to California, because that's where those songs was being shopped at. And we're sitting in the office with Lark and Arnold, the head of Columbia Records, the black division, right? And he's flipping out on the music, and he says, y'all got a group, huh? He said, well, we not really a group. We're songwriters. He said, well, it sound like a group to me. So he said, I want to do a record deal with y'all. Can y'all do these back in the studio like y'all did on these demos? I said, yeah. So he said, okay, y'all going to produce your own record. He said, so what's the name of the group? And we didn't know. So we just went back and I said, well, you know what? We had a little success with Surface, so let's keep the name. So everybody said, yeah, they agreed. So here's the second level of Surface. And since Karen Copeland wasn't in the group anymore, Bernard Jackson was the lead singer for Surface now. So that's a long story, but that's how we got started. A lot of traveling, a lot of people, a lot of movement, and a lot of stumbling.
Well, even through all of the trials and tribulations of the music industry and all the things that you had to go through in order to become the group Surface, switching people, switching parts, or anything else, you facilitated to, once again, like I said, been Grammy nominated, been on the Billboard charts, been through so much, but y'all have through the test of time, like I said, to this day, if I don't hear somebody's wedding, shower me with your love, or falling in love, or anything of that nature, right. You can't not have become a staple in this time, even in this century, because of the fact that you made something that stood the test of time. You created something that has a life of its own outside of the group, and that in and of itself, to me, is more than anybody could give you as an accolade or as an award.
Well, you mentioned test of time. We kind of learned that from Ed Townsend because, in that short time that we were around him, he was already a big producer. He was already, a #1 record producer, working with Marvin Gaye and back then, Dionne Warwick and The Impressions and many others, and even himself. So he used to always say our music was sort of like fast food. At the time, we was like doing what was ever happening, And he said, you need to find a way to write some music that's going to outgrow y'all, that's going to outlive y'all. And because, look, let's get it on. Ed Townsend's been dead since 75? No, I can't remember. 2 years or 4. 2003, he passed away. Look, let's get it on. It's still all over the place.
Correct.
So, and as a testament to Ed Townsend, after learning things that he did and learning the way he was writing songs and learning the way he was producing records, guess what? Unfortunately, David Townsend, his son, who was one of the members of Surface, who passed away in 2005, his music, Only You Can Make Me Happy, is still living today. After him, Correct. We're still talking about that record. Correct. I'm still touring, And people are like, man, that record, Only You Can Make Me Happy. They're still yelling and screaming about this record. And guess what? Last year, his name just fell out of my head. Nick Cannon, he just did Happy. We call it Only You Can Make It Happen. Another guy just sampled Happy. R. Kelly did Happy. Call it Duluth Can Make Me Happy. Coogee Rap and Nas did Happy. What do you call it? Fast Cars, Fast Money and Fast Cars. So many people have done that song. Pharrell, when he did that Happy music on the movie, he did a remix, and used the flute for on his remix. So that song keeps living and living and living and living, which is what Ed Townsend taught us. It's something that you could teach somebody, but you don't really know how to make it happen. Correct. It just happens because we didn't sit down and took a pot and mixed it up with a bunch of stuff and said, we're getting ready to make a song that's going to last forever. We didn't know that. But what happened was when we struck something that it felt good to us, and then we tested it on you guys, the public, as in the form of records, and y'all grabbed it and said, man, I like this stuff, and kept grabbing it and grabbing it and grabbing it. So that ended up to be the formula. So did we stumble once again, Ken Carey? Maybe so. But here we are, talking about records that we done stumbled on.
So I noticed just, in looking at your bio and different other things, you rebranded the group Resurface?
I didn't rebrand the group. I actually started another group called Resurface. So I don't want to confuse it because Surface was what it was.
Correct.
And it's still, I go out as Surface as well. But I had got a new singer because Bernard and we had stopped working together about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
And I just couldn't stop because the people still kept saying, how come y'all ain't coming out here giving us this music? We love this music. What's going on with y'all? What's going on? So eventually I found another guy. His name is John Fever. And he's been, eloquently just taking that spot beautifully. And when people see us, they say, man, dude, y'all sound just like y'all did back in the day. You know what I mean? Because he sounds a lot like Bernard, actually.
Right.
And that was not an accident. That was not I might have stumbled on him, but the idea of having somebody to recreate the sound was part of what I needed to do. I wasn't going to bring the people this music and not be able to reproduce it in the way that they remember when they had problems with their households, when they had problems, with the child that's in the hospital, and this beautiful music, helped them to feel better about it. And then kids are waking up out of comas, and these are some of the stories that they tell us. I had to give it back to them the way they heard it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So far it's working. You know what I mean? We're doing our thing.
Well, not including what you've done with your new group Resurface, but you've also written so many songs yourself for other famous people. And if you could just run down a little list for us of some of those people.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to just start at the top since she just passed away. And you mentioned Grammy nomination. Well, Aretha Franklin was nominated with an album that I did 3 songs on her album. Aretha Franklin, the name of the album is called What You See Is What You Sweat. So she was one of the people that I worked with at the time. Of course, we had Jermaine Jackson, Don't Take It Personal, and that was the #1 record that I co-wrote for him. I actually did a whole album on his sister, Rebe Jackson. Actually, I did 2 records on her. One was called Reaction, that album. And the second was an album that I did, the entire album. It was called Are You Tough Enough? And she had one top 10 song on it called Plaything. I did the lead singer from Atlantic Star. Her name was Barbara Weathers. I did a top 10 on her. You Hold the Key. We had Melba Moore. I did a top 10 song on Melba Moore. What was that? Excuse me on the titles. Yeah. Okay. So famous wise. Okay. I mentioned New Edition, Immature. Remember those guys? Immature? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, it was great working with them. Because they were like little kids, man. But it's like, man, they had Marcus had talent. That dude was bad.
Right.
Okay. Who else? Oh, Victoria Beckham. I did a whole album on Posh Spice with Damon Dash. And
wow.
The record never came out in the States here. but it did pretty good over in the European market. It went number 3 on Music Week over in Europe.
Okay.
So we had her, Olivia. Remember the first lady of 50 Cent's camp?
Yes.
Well, we started her. Yeah, G-Unit, the first lady of G-Unit, whatever they called her. Well, we actually brought her out first, me and my friend Josh Thompson, and we did a hit record on her called Bizounce. I did four songs on her album. Let me see. There's so many I got to really think about it. I'm trying to think of the ones that charted. Joe.
Joe.
Of course, right. Joe. You know, I did a song on his album called One Life Stand, and one of the records on my instrumental record right now, you mentioned Making Babies. Well, we did a song together called Baby Making Music, and that's the one I'm working on right now, and as we speak. You know, and that's on my flute record. It's actually instrumental, but I blended it in to make it feel like it's kind of like a duet with me and Joe, because he's singing the chorus and some ad libs and stuff like that, and I'm playing the flute around him. So he's actually one of my favorite artists today too. Joe, I should mention that. Who else you got on the list? Because sometimes I try to think of them all, but I can't.
No. I don't want you
to. I can't forget Isaac Hayes.
Wow.
Even though he passed away, you know, he was a big one. At the time, he was really big. You know, so Gwen Guthrie, Ain't Nothing Going On Up But the Rent. That was my record.
No.
Yeah. She wrote the words and I wrote the music.
Okay.
Gwen Guthrie.
Listen, you don't have to name them all, but the point is what I wanted to say, and I wanted people to understand was the pinnacle of what your career is. It's not just in the group Surface, but it's also outside of Surface that you've written, if not platinum, if not super mega hits for many great artists, group, duo, or individual. That I just wanted people to understand that when I invite people here, I invite the best, and having someone of your caliber here, for me is instrumental in the fabric of what we currently have as music, because you've touched so many groups over so many different genres over the many years that you've been in the business. It's not even funny. That's, for me, is what I call longevity, what I call respect, what I call, creative, your prowess in creativity of music is second to none. So I just wanted people to know and understand that when I bring on, members of groups who are, legendary, iconic, and people who have, put their mark on this business, the reason why there's a foundation for what they do now, whether it's the Chris Browns or the Tanks or everybody else, that y'all did it first.
Well, we didn't do it first, but we picked up from those who did it before us.
Right.
See, it's always a stepping stone from somebody else. There's a famous scripture in the Bible on Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9 that says, "There's nothing new under the sun."
Correct.
And that's kind of the way it is with melodies and music and the way things sound so memorable, and we had our heroes back in the day. We were introduced to Marvin Gaye when we were a band. And we got a chance to see him up close and personal through David Townsend's dad, Ed Townsend. So we had times where we could be around these great people and sponge off of them.
Yes.
All I would do is I would go in people's studio sessions, and they would think that I was like one of the workers there. I would literally walk in the studio. I remember walking in the studio with Lou Rawls. Y'all might not remember him.
I know who Lou Rawls is. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I walked in the studio and got real comfortable. And even Lou was looking over at me and said, "What do you think about that?" I said, "Yeah, that's kind of cool."
Nah.
So he thought I was one of the cats that was in the studio.
Now listen, I don't sing, but you'll never find.
Oh, there it is. There it is, right there, right?
A love.
It ended up getting the gig with his manager by being there. So we had a great opportunity, but sometimes you got to create opportunities.
Yes, sir.
See, I was never scared of people. That's why I would find these studios, especially when I moved out to California. It was a big dream to me anyway out there, coming from Jersey.
Right.
So I would literally go to places and sneak in areas where I wasn't supposed to be. But if I get kicked out, I got kicked out. You know what I mean? So that was what I would do.
Okay.
But sometimes you can create opportunities for yourself. And I have done a lot of things by just doing that, by just finding myself in places where I wasn't invited, but kind of just giving a good persona about yourself so that you don't really intimidate people. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think by me being short, I think that had something to do with it too, because I was always able to kind of wiggle my way in and out of things. You know what I mean?
Listen, all I want to say is thank you for being the staple that you are in music. Thank you for being an incredible musician that has touched the world with so many, if you want to say, compositions and music itself. Thank you for being a person that has touched the lives of so many through so many songs and so many melodies and so many, parts of what keeps this world going. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate that. It sounded like that was the end of this thing.
No, not yet. But
okay, because there's some stuff. We got some more stuff, some current stuff. We're going.
So tell us. I was about to say, tell us about the current music that you have going on.
Well, there's a couple of things happening right now.
Okay.
2 things. Right now, I'm currently working on my solo album. This is my second solo album. Because people did like the first one, Bird of Paradise, but I got so much more to express on the flute. The flute is still my favorite instrument. So by me really just concentrating on that one instrument right now, it's given me a time where I can really do it good. So I wanted to kind of come back and do another record and really express what I mean on the flute. So that's the first thing I'm doing right now. Number 2, I also did a record last year, and it was sort of a gospel project. The name of the project was The Holy Sounds of Surface. I'm going to say it again. The Holy Sounds of Surface. And the name of the album is called Download from Heaven. And you could pick this record up on iTunes and CD Baby. Did I put on CD Baby? No, I don't think it did CD Baby. But I know I did iTunes on it. And it's on my website, which is surfaceresurface.com, right? So I did this beautiful record with another vocalist. We call him Preach. His name is Thurston O'Neill from New York. So how this record came about was out of nowhere. I was in church, and I just didn't like church anymore. Sorry, guys. Sorry, you church folks. I couldn't take it. Because I knew I was being lied to, even down to going to Sunday school and church on Sunday. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't Sunday the first day of the week? Didn't God say He rested on the 7th, and that's His Sabbath? So I had all these questions that wasn't being answered in church. So at the time, my ex, I told her that I was going to leave the church, and she said, "Why? I got to go by myself." I said, "I just don't believe it anymore." So she said, "Okay." I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to just read the Bible. I'll read the Bible. How's that? And I'll teach you what I learned in the Bible. So I took the book, and as soon as I opened up the book, I knew something was untold. I started reading this Bible, and I started calling up some friends of mine. I'm like, yo, what does this mean? What am I reading here? Right? And I said, I never saw this in the Bible because I never read it before, right? So it took me on a journey that eventually I had to leave my ex because she didn't want to travel with me at the time, because she didn't believe what it was saying. But I saw stuff in that Bible, even down to us going into slavery in Deuteronomy 28. When I read that, I was like, okay, this book is starting to talk. It's starting to say something. So I had called up a friend of mine, Gene Lake, who really pulled me in tight. And he said, yo, man, he says, man, you got to check this book out, man, because this is more than what we thought before. He said, this is the true book. And he said, you are in this book. And I saw me in the book. So when I saw me in that book, it took me on this journey, not only with a spiritual journey, but it took me on a musical journey. And that's where Holy Sounds of Surface came in. And instead of writing like regular gospel songs, I started writing biblical songs, which is different. And the only way you know the difference is if you know what the Bible is really saying. So there's some truth in the Bible, and there's some untruth. Well, one of the untruths that I knew was wrong, but I never read it before, was that I have white Jesus Christ all over everywhere I've lived. My mother got it. Anywhere I had this picture of white Jesus Christ. Somehow that never really gelled with me, but until I read it. It said Jesus Christ was the color of copper, burnt in a furnace.
His skin was bronze and his hair was woolly.
And I'm like, wait a minute, that's like me. So I knew something was wrong, though, but I said, here it is. I'm reading it now. So that was the first thing I started to uncover. I started uncovering little by little by little, and as I was uncovering them, because the only thing that I really knew how to do good was music. So I started writing about what I was going through. So there it is. Even from me coming into this knowledge and even losing my ex, behind it, because, I started to believe the stuff it was saying. Little things like fornication wasn't good, hating your brother isn't good, not loving one another and all this kind of stuff. And we show so much hatred and we don't even know we're doing it. So much hatred for each other. So I started to learn how to love my people, and how to, even no matter what nation you're in, at all possible, try to be at peace with all nations, even though they're not going to be at peace with you. But you have to kind of put that aside and be a little bit stronger. So I started writing about these things, and bam, the first album was there. And it's called Download from Heaven. And there it is. So if you guys want to check it out, it's really, and if you know Surface, if you like Surface, it sounds like Surface doing biblical music. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is thank you for being a pioneer and starting something new. Thank you for bringing us in the forefront of everything that you've been going through, because that's what music is about. It's about a journey. It's about, experiences. It's about things that may or may not work for everybody.
You nailed it.
But in doing so, you have touched the world. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Well, you can find me immediately on Facebook, David Pick Conley, without a K. It's DavidPickConley. So that's the first place you can find me. I have a website that I'm rebuilding for next year. So, but I'll give you the address for now. It's called Surface Resurface, just how it sounds. SurfaceResurface.com. It's one word. Okay. And then I also have a public email, which is pickconley@icloud.com. Just like it sounds, PiccOnley. So, and I am on Instagram as well. My YouTube channel. It's called Resurface Channel. Resurface Channel, just how it sounds. Resurface Channel. So I do have a YouTube channel. And I do broadcast on Monday. I have a podcast myself on Monday nights at 9 Central. And tonight on YouTube, Resurface Channel, 9:30 Central Time, where I play spiritual music. Monday nights is my R&B night, because, I'm R&B to the core. You know what I mean? I can't be that low. I still got to spread that love. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's a different kind of love on my spirit night tonight. So I always look forward to like tonight. So it'll be 9:30 this evening Central Time, because I'm in Texas now, Austin, Texas. I am no longer a Jersey boy or a Virginia boy or a California boy or a Denver boy. I lived in all those places.
Okay. All I want to say is thank you for being here today. We appreciate it. We have been honored by your presence and your words. And listen, anybody that wants to come on, Joe, anybody, tell them we right here. This is the Evening Experience from 5 to 7 every Thursday. Go down with your boy Mac 357 and your girl Miss Tony. Now Miss Tony's not here today because she's not feeling
I was
well.
like, where's Miss Tony at?
Yeah, I know. That's
right.
the beauty of this beast. But she's currently not here today. But I want to say, by all means, tell them come through, because like I said, I like talking to the pioneers, the people who started it before, the people who carried the torch, the people who create such music that stand the test of time. And it's my honor and pleasure once again. This is David Pitt Conley. We appreciate you being here today, and thank you.
All right, and listen. Thank you so much. I'd like to. Are we still on?
Yes.
I'd like to add something to the end of this program. Some of you guys don't know that I'm actually also blind. I went blind sort of like towards the late 90s. I was born with a degenerative eye disease. So even when I was out there performing and stuff like that, even when we were doing videos, I couldn't see the camera. They just said, look this way, So, and that's what I did, so everything like that. So why do I bring this up? Because there are some people out there that have problems. But as you see, it never stopped me from doing what I do. Right. I'm in the studio right now, and all my computers here, I got a little setup over here, all my computers and everything, they talk. So my phone, the reason why I can get on this phone so easily, it's an iPhone, but the iPhone has voiceover, so it talks. But the biggest thing is you don't want to let these things that you're born with or things that happen to you through accidents or health problems to leave you stranded and feel like you can't lift yourself back up and do it. So, you could do it. Of course, you got to have faith, in yourself and the Lord. You got to pull all those things together, but you got to know inside, you don't want to let these things stop you from doing great things. So you might have some greatness inside of you and not want to bring it out because, oh, woe was me, I can't walk anymore. Or woe was me, I can't see no more. Or woe was me, I can't talk anymore. Or whatever the case may be. You can still do things no matter what it is, but you have to make that mind up for yourself. That's one thing. And then the second thing is where I'm using the word stumble tonight because I keep stumbling throughout my life. Hold it. I keep stumbling throughout my life on different things. So did I stumble on that book, the Bible? Possibly. Or it could have been spiritually put in my way. But pick up that book and read Deuteronomy 28 throughout its entirety. And maybe you might see yourself in there. And if you do, you might be on your own journey, in your own path, somewhere very great. Because it has lifted me up. In the last 3 years, it's lifted me up immensely to a degree where I can't even tell you how great it's been.
Amen. Thank you, brother.
Amen. All right. Thank you so much for having me on, y'all.
Once
Love
again,
you guys.
David Pitt Conley from the group Surface.
Denver.
Yes.
All my Denver people. My Denver folks.
Okay, Denver.
Okay. On the 22nd this month, we'll be at, I forgot the arena. Well, anyway, we're in Denver with SWV, Tony, and True and Surface. So we will be out there in Denver for my Denver folks. Think it might be sold out already. I'm not sure, but check it out.
If all of y'all
check us out.
If y'all hit New York, let me know. What I'll do is I'll come out to whatever arena you're at.
Okay.
I will do a behind the scenes. I will do it like a documentary style, and I will definitely get all of y'all in. So if you do, let me know.
I will, Mac. Thanks for having me on your show, man. God bless you and
God
everybody else. Love you guys.
All right, brother.
All right,
take care.
All right, sure.
Hey. We're going to take a quick musical interlude. We're going to be right back. Shout out to KMJ Love. Shout out to Tyrone G. Shout out to all the people who are watching currently right at this moment. We're going to be right back with our next group or duo or people. You know what I mean. Let's go.
Stick on a beat with another hitter. Did you violate it?
Don't stop, put it on your night. I know I'm hot, tell 'em on fire. Blow it up to the sky. The way you're looking at me got me feeling away. Retouching, I can't focus. I want you to stay. 'Cause you're too damn nasty, and I be so dreamers.
All around and everywhere we go, it's all these playtime gangsters. All these playtime gangsters.
Playboy, you ain't about that life. Like a pair of church socks, you ain't got no stripes. Picture you whipping my ass, you ain't got no fight. I mean, you got a lot of bark, but you ain't got no bite. A blood clot lie your tail when you touch that mic. Boy, I seen you under pressure, you ain't bust no pipe. You play the crib all day, homie. I know you're tight. You let that dude Tyrone come and fuck your wife. Same dudes in the club trying to front all hype. Be the same dudes that screaming out, chill. See how acting all funky get you jumped on sight and dragged down the block like you're marching for gay rights. Shout out to the homie Ray because he was right when he said I would say something that he no lie. Ain't just a good song, this is good advice that might one day save your life. Now Mac, tell him, homie.
Oh, wanna play a game you can't play. Oh, until a nigga jump in his face. Yeah.
What up?
The dreamers, straight schemers.
All around and everywhere we go, all these playtime
You really don't deserve to be called a G. You're not a good candidate to preserve the street. Your gang signs and your secret handshakes is weak. You only get it on in the form of tweets. Your whole persona is incomplete. Maybe that marijuana got you missing the beat. I don't know, but them leggings got you looking petite. This thing is out of control to the point that you wouldn't believe. We come from black blocks, black top, stone. I'm talking straight shots of Henny and Patron. And y'all doing daiquiris with a twisted line, following a nigga footsteps, calling it your grind. Homie, you only gangsta in your mind. And this magnum should help you draw the line. Starting 5, y'all niggas resign. I'm urban legend, y'all ride the pine.
Oh, wanna play a game you can't play.
We don't play them games.
Oh, until a nigga jump in his face. Yeah.
Real now.
The dreamers, straight schemers.
All around and everywhere we go, all these playtime gangsters. I be frontin' on your timeline,
That's right.
and banging in your spare time. We just tryna have a good time, but fakes gotta get the rewind. Yeah, I'll be frontin' on your timeline,
That's right.
and banging in your spare time. We just tryna have a good time, but fakes gotta get the rewind. I don't care what playtime niggas say, my niggas ain't got no time to play. Real stay real and all fake. For you lame ass niggas, I say, oh, wanna play a game they can't play. Oh, until a nigga jump in his face. Yeah.
The dreamers, straight schemers.
All around and everywhere we go, all these playtime gangsters. Oh, wanna play a game they can't play.
We don't play them games, baby.
Oh, until a nigga jump in his face. Yeah.
The dreamers, straight schemers.
All around and everywhere we go, all these playtime gangsters.
Hey, once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience radio show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It goes down. We got a bunch of young bucks in the studio. Shout out to IQ Music for popping in today. This is our special guest. Like I said, you never know who's going to walk in. He brought in 3 young men, individual artists who are here, and they're going to be talking about some of the stuff they got popping and going on. So let's start off with IQ himself.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? Yo, Mac, thank you. Evening Experience,
Hey.
Thank you for allowing us to be here, man. We're really excited. We're really happy. Every time we come here is always amazing. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Amazing conversations. We're always learning, and it's really dope. So right now, I'm here. I'm an artist myself, but I'm actually here on behalf of Signature Series Arts, which is a new event launch that we're starting up as an event company. And basically our goal is to allow the youth to hit the stage. We didn't get a chance to do that when we were younger, so we felt like providing a platform for the younger ones. You know what I mean? We got a showcase coming up November 16th, and it's called PG-13. So if you're 13 to 19,
That's what's up.
we're gonna have you come out, show out, do what you do. We're trying to give these artists an opportunities that we didn't have before. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let the artists introduce themselves. They're gonna tell you a little bit about themselves, so we can start it up right now.
First thing, young man, keep your head up, because people can't see you. All they see is the top of your head. It just look like, Brillo sitting there as opposed to you sitting there. Start off on the end with my man with the cardigan.
All right, so my name is Kadeem, but my artist name is Ali.
Okay.
My name is Isaiah, and my artist name is Cyrus.
I go by Roman. Artist name Don the Roman the Mafioso, Roman all things.
You notice the voice wasn't deep. You said Roman the artist. I'm just playing, don't mind me. So y'all hooked up and linked up with IQ. What was the first thing that he wanted to teach or show y'all about the industry itself?
Oh yeah. Oh y'all want me to go? Damn. The first thing that IQ taught me about the industry, man, he was like,
you might want to speak up just a little bit.
Let me move this closer. He was like, never give up, don't let people pull you down. Just always push through. You can't let your emotions loose, like, out there, so you gotta control it.
Okay. I like that. So control your emotions. Don't let what is going on around you affect what you're trying to put out to the masses or the people that you're performing in front of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first thing that IQ had taught me was to always be original and don't care about the adversity around you or who don't like you or who don't like what you do. Because at the end of the day, there will be always somebody who don't like you or don't like what you do or how you do it.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah, I didn't
All
even
right.
know that.
So for any person that is listening to what the young man said, and I say it again, Ali said, make sure that you stand out amongst the peers doing your own thing. Don't worry about if somebody's not going to like what you're putting out there, because guess what? It's not about them. It's about what you're putting out there. There's always going to be people who like you and don't, so don't worry about the rest.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's fine. Roman.
What's up, Roman?
Q was a teacher. Well, still is, right? You still teaching?
Yeah, old man.
He taught at a school I went to a few years ago. Though I never had him personally, because he taught the younger grades. But we just had a conversation outside talking about, the generations and the whole old head young head debate. But I feel
old head, young head. Okay, here we go. There's no such thing as old heads. There's a terminology you young people put out there because of the fact that when it comes to music and genre, y'all swear up and down that y'all started it. Y'all didn't.
Roman.
But it came out the fact that we were here first. You know, it's crazy. And we kind of started all of this stuff, and y'all are now putting your own stamp on it. And that's cool. But to say that, no, we created this. Even the dances y'all got out now.
Same thing.
It's stuff that was from way back. Back in the day when you wasn't even thought about, when they were doing the Lindy Hop and all this other stuff and all this. Whoa. Yeah. Okay, the whoa. Yeah, the whoa. Yeah, it's a dance. It's called a whoa. Y'all think that that's something that there's, as Mr. David Pitt Conley said, biblically there's a terminology in Deuteronomy that speaks that says there's nothing new under the sun. A lot of people don't understand that. That phrase, even that phrase, there's nothing new under the sun, was way back centuries ago. But it's true. There's nothing new under the sun. Now, you might put your spin on it, might take it and make it your own, but music has been around since the beginning of time. But go ahead, Mr. Roman, you were saying?
All I'm going to say is, no disrespect, but I cannot be grouped in with the y'all. It's like I see, and I'm not going to be like one of those kids that's like, oh, I'm different. Because, I happen to do it like this, and everybody does it like, that's every like angsty teenager, But it's really more like, I just said old head because that's a quicker way of saying everybody that was born like 20 years before me.
Oh, okay.
That's just like a real quick.
Thanks, we appreciate you so much.
But
I get my cane and walk out the back.
You can't say that we're putting our own stamp on it if it's been here before you. And
No. In the stamp, when I would say that, even what y'all call music, like listening to the Baby and all of the different people, there's some of them who still spit words, and I come from bars. You can't, for me, call it hip hop if you're going himina hada hada bada sada hada yeah oh yeah.
You vibing with
That
it.
hasn't been a problem since like
Hold up.
15 though. That hasn't been a problem since
But
2016.
that is what some people consider music and will argue you down that's bars. No, it ain't. But
It's really not.
do what you do. Call it what you want. And I'm not saying you particularly, and I'm not just singling you out. I'm just saying in your generation, some people will say up and down that's music. Now, I come from a time where you had to spit some bars, take people on a journey, show them a path, give them a picture, something that they can look at and go, okay, I can see that. Not say what, hey, got it, what, hey, and then go, yo, I done it. Like the kid who did Gucci Gang.
He'll call himself the king of.
My man said that for 30 verses. That's not a song, but I couldn't tell some people who were listening to it, who were younger than me, yo, you don't understand. You are old. That's what it. When you don't take what somebody's doing now, they label you old head because you don't understand. No, I understand more than you understand. You think I understand, but it's just the fact that that's what you like. And instead of just saying, hey, may not be for you, I like it, I'm gonna roll with it, and I can go with that. But to say it's music, well,
because it's not that simple for us. Like I can't pretend to speak for everybody, or like, I mean, I don't personally listen to like Lil Pump and stuff like that, but I can't say that I don't like it because I just don't have an opinion. It's not personally for me,
right.
But I also like try to appreciate everything for what it is. And the thing that I've seen is it's really just having access a little bit too early. But music in your generation was really about, you know, coming from that struggle, and it still is in a lot of cases now, but coming from that place, turning it into words where, you know, Biggie and Tupac were the king of flow. And I'm not gonna lie, I have to disagree with everybody who's ever said that, because that iconic freestyle, I love it, I love the vibe, but you hear where they stop and let it catch, because there's an empty space in the beat where they have not thought long enough about where they're going to flow and the intricacies of what they're doing. And that's where music is right now. It's become less about the emotion and how much I'm going to put in it and make sure there's enough emotion here. And now it's about this craft. It's like a little machine. Like what mechanisms is this going to have? Where J. Cole will break down the exact amount of syllables he's going to use in the intro of this verse. You know, like what was it with Boz? Tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw like a video where they were talking about that, and it becomes, I want to make it sound exactly like this, and now I'm gonna get like this sharp note that hits right here, and I'm not really thinking too much about what that literally looks like on paper, or I'm gonna tell that to other people, because I'm so stuck in my own head right now trying to figure out what this machine looks like, what this grand thing that sort of replicates the universe with its waves and things. Like, even if we don't understand, that's why it's not that simple for us. Because we don't understand that we don't understand.
I like that. But the fact that he can articulate that
means something.
That means something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a lot more people of my generation, a little bit older, that can connect with what you're saying if it was said like that. But you get people who are not media savvy, who get up on the microphones, well, don't come across like that. Yo, like Yachty, when he first came out, Biggie, who that? I ain't never heard him.
He was telling the truth though.
He's
gave me a headache.
No. That was the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life. And what sparked it on, and if you didn't know, I interviewed Funkmaster Flex himself. Flex said he kind of egged him on when he was sitting in that interview to say something. Well, when he egged him on, you know, at that time he was feeling himself, Yachty, and he had a hit out. So at that moment his chest was kind of pumped out. So he just said, Biggie who? I'm the best. Biggie who? I'm the best. Wow, okay. All right. You can roll with that if you want to.
We're allowed to feel the ways we want to feel.
Yeah, feel that. But don't feel that. Yeah, because if you ain't do nothing and you trying to tell everybody you the best after one song, give me albums. Give me stuff. If you left today, would people remember who Lil Yachty was?
No, probably not.
Not really.
And Mac, this is why we're here. You know what I mean? This is what we're trying to do. Signature Series is trying to take different artists who can speak the way that Roman speaks. Artists who can deliver the way Ali and Cyrus delivers. You know what I mean? We're not just taking any artist. We're actually trying to look for artists who actually make sense. People who can be able to relate to the old heads and the new. You know what I mean? People who can actually show that 2019 does have real artists available still. You know what I mean? And these guys right here, they can take a trap song, they can take a love song, they can take a hip hop song, and they can spit bars, you know what I mean? And they can show you that they are dope artists, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring that back again. So it's very important to understand that we're doing something very, very different. You know what I mean? We're seeking out young talent that really is about it, and we want to show them how to really make it happen, but we want to give them their own minds. We never want to make them feel like to do things our way, you know what I mean? We want them to know that it's okay to think the way they think, you know what I mean? But we still want to also include our wisdom into them at the same time, and hoping that they will be receptive to it,
well, IQ, you ain't my age, so you still a young man yourself.
So I gotta listen to you, because I can call you all that, but I gotta listen to you, you know what I mean? Because it's just like a triangle effect, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like you guys said, like all this stuff is the same. Like you've heard this before, you've heard this type of music before, like you've heard all these different things. Like everything at the end of the day it stems from somewhere, right. So I want to give these two guys, because Roman is killing them right now. I want to give these
Roman is
two guys,
I like him,
a little
you're a sharp thinker, brother. Sharp thinker.
Cyrus, can you talk a little bit about yourself, about your artistry and all that good stuff?
About me, so I'm Cyrus in the building. How y'all doing? See,
he's a melodic brother.
You could tell.
He's about to break it down.
Man, I like to make different types of music. I like doing love songs, most likely.
So you sing?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay.
I rap and
that's what's up. Like the voice, all right, cool.
Sound like ASMR.
Yeah, I do those type. I'm trying to move around. I like party type songs.
Okay.
I do that. So whenever I'm just anywhere, I can just pull up one of my songs. Just put myself out there.
Whatever the event or time in which the mood hits y'all for whatever that moment is, you can provide music for it.
I'll try and have a song for you.
Right. Okay.
Nice. Ali?
All right, so
Cardigan, what up?
Here we go. So my artistry, I just love music. Like ever since I was younger, I just love music and I love making it. So what I do is like I just work and I just put like what I'm feeling into my music. I don't just
that being the case, you have fans that are on my show right now and they're watching you and they're saying Ali, Ali, Ali. Tell me what your music would convey to them.
Will convey to them?
Yeah. What would they understand from listening to your music?
The truth. Everything that's about me, that's what I'm gonna put into my music. I'm not just gonna put on a bunch of masks, because that's not who I am. Mm-hmm. What I do with my music is I have fun, but yet again, along with having fun, I also try to say something that somebody else can pick up, somebody else could use within their life, whether it's trying to get them down the right path, being a leader for them, or if it's just push that extra mile to be that person that you are destined to be, quote unquote.
I like that.
Like that.
Yeah. All right. IQ, the leader of the group.
No, I ain't the leader, man.
No, but I like the fact that you found prolific thinkers, people who are not just saying something just to say it, because once again, going back to what we hear now, people just say stuff like, I've been trapping. They ain't never been in a trap in their life.
Yep.
I sold kilos. The only kilo is the sugar bags you got in your hallway.
I'm crying.
But people are lying just to say, I've been around the girls. This is probably the first time you saw a girl. But yet, they're putting it out there as if they've done all of these things in life and made it seem as if this is their overall of how they got to where they are.
Yeah.
And because they got a beat behind them that people are respecting or people like, or as they say, it's a vibe, So they rolling with the vibe, but not the truth. It's like, bro, I remember you was in, parochial school, going to religion class. How you talking about you trapping now? But this is what I mean by there's no realness in this world. But to hear you young men speak gives me hope.
Wow,
thank you.
And I say that not because of who brought you here, but because of the fact that you articulated that yourself.
Yeah.
I don't hear people your age speak the way you speak and be, resided within themselves to be what they're supposed to be. Because it's easy to be like everybody else because you're blending in and nobody stands out. To be stewards of your own craft, to guide yourself through the murky waters of life, you have to be who you're supposed to be. Otherwise, you never get to where you're supposed to be. And I know I sound like a bad fortune cookie, but don't mind that. But the purpose of why I say that is because in this day and age, it's hard. It's hard to be an individual. It's hard to be different because too many people want to be the same because it's easier, not standing on their own 2 feet.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
That's crazy.
Confucius say, "Today you eat fortune." No, I'm joking.
Wow.
Yeah. So we are.
When is the event?
So November 16th. November 16th. We are gonna
Next
have.
Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday. We're gonna have this event. Again, it's called PG-13. You will see Roman, Cyrus, and Ali hitting the stage. They have amazing sets that they're gonna be doing. We're gonna have it packed out. So far on the list, we got about maybe 130 people that's gonna be coming out so far. And like, it's gonna be really, really big. Mariah Lynn probably might come. She might be in the building. We might have a couple other people come out, but we really just care about the youth. Like,
what time and where?
Oh, so it's gonna be in the Freya. It's called the Freya. Is in Bushwick. I'll give you the exact. Yeah, it's in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And basically it's gonna be from 3 to about 6, depending on the timing. But that's what we're going for right now. We want everybody to get there early though, because if you don't get there at a certain time, you're gonna have to pay more money. It's gonna be $20 at the door, but $15 if you come at a certain time. So that's important for people to know. And we're gonna be serving food there. You know what I mean? We're gonna have the youth feeling good, eating good. We're gonna have fried chicken, mac and cheese, all that. We doing it different. You know what I mean? It's gonna be real cool. I went to BJ's. I already went shopping. I got
all my fat people.
You come through, pull up. You're gonna have food. You're gonna have drinks. Well, it's PG-13, not those type of drinks, guys.
We're gonna have a Capri Sun
and fruit punch,
Kool-Aid.
You know what I mean? Orange juice.
Get it right. The regular Kool-Aid with extra sugar.
Maybe Sprite. I don't know, but
shoot,
it's gonna be cool though. Again, Signature Series will be hosting this event, and it's gonna be so dope. I want you guys to give everybody an Instagram so that they can follow you.
Please.
You know what I mean? The Evening Experience has a great following, so just hearing your voice and seeing your Instagram, you might have some followers coming home with you tonight, so it's definitely needed.
And follow the show page, and I'll definitely follow you back, and trust me, your gram will grow.
Let's go. So let's go. Let me hear your Instagrams.
You can follow me at 9 the Roman. That's Roman numerals though, so that's IX the Roman, THERO.
You can follow me the _1_and_only_ Cyrus.
That's a lot of underscores.
We're gonna work with that. When you follow me, I'll make sure I'm gonna say that one again.
Right.
You can follow me at Roy_Tine, ROI_TINE.
Okay. All right. Listen, we don't want to take no more of your time. Me, IQ Music, IQUEMUSIQ. You can follow me as well. Signature Series Arts. You can just type that up, and you can follow our event page as well, and that's it.
And this young brother, I know he brought these young brothers here today and wanted to give them their time, but IQ is an incredible dope artist himself who does incredible fire music that you've heard here on the station. He's been here a few times already. This is your third time now?
Yeah.
So please check him out on all streaming platforms, such as Tidal, iTunes, Spotify, all places you can actually listen to IQ music. Listen, this brother is dope, and he's bringing up some dope young artists. Once again, listen to them. They coming. It's Signature Series next Saturday. It's going down in Brooklyn. You will definitely see up the information. Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. It's the Evening Experience Radio Show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It's going down with these young guys in the studios.
Yes.
We're going to take some quickie flickies, and we'll be back in 2 seconds. And we got another guest coming up. Once again, Kamaya Tarpley. We're going to be looking for her. Let's go.
Count.
What up? New York, Philadelphia. We here now. Yo. Too many mumble rappers out here. Yo. It's time to clean house. Yo. These new niggas be swearing that they got that heat till I put their bird ass on ice like happy feet. Bring your hardest MC, I turn them taffy sweet. Put the gauge in his face like Daffy's beat. Y'all niggas can't be serious. I laugh at beef. Why would I swear the damn thing when I would clap at Keith? I catch you sitting on the throne, that's when I flash my piece and kindly whisper in your ear. Let me have that shit. The DJ say I'm a whore the way I free techniques. So when I spit, I get loose like my grandpa's teeth. I'm a fat nigga, you know I never see defeat. Ask about me. I got love in these streets. They say it costs to be the boss. This game ain't free, so if you ain't playing your part, depart in me. Trying to lock the shit down till I found the key. Now it's death, the mumble rap and these whack MCs. I put a tech under their peck with the upright press. Blow their heart through their mouth, make them say it with their chest. This is my house. Tell me who invited these guests. They on my couch, but I won't blame that on Flex. Let me find out. You rappers trying to crisscross the team. That's when I front on their ass like Mac Daddy Jeans. This here's the new rule for every needs. The best of these rappers get done dirty if they don't come clean. You not a
EMCEE. 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 Don't even try to be. When you come off this beat, don't even lie to me. EMCEE. 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 Don't even try to be. When you come off this beat, don't even lie to me.
These hating niggas is ducks, they be quacking me up. Mandalay Great White Owl was backing me up. On the cover of Straight Stuntin' Mag about the erupt. Had a dream, needed $1, so your boy went buck. Now I was lost in that storm, but when that lightning struck, I hit that battery in my back, nigga, I charged back up. Now you can catch me on the block with my boy Cold Crush. The D-Trush, she get royal, how the drugs go flush. The next day I'm on the block with the 4-pound tuck, ready to exercise my right to get my weight back up. You got that ice in that cream, I'm on the back of your truck. Run in your crib and get that work like I'm battling luck. There's 2 things that I don't give, it's up and fuck. So when you get that shit backwards, I will fuck you up. So please, run toward me like you chemically imbalanced. This 4-pound will make you do the get out challenge. Lonzo Ball said Nas ain't hot, fuck you talking out. Dead Eddie rap he like, bring the coffins out. Next time he cross that line, shit, I'ma cross him out. Gem star, stretch his smile, give him the dolphin mouth. I'm Homer Simpson with these bars, rappers I duck from out. I try to put a bug in your ear, you said I'm bugging out. Well now you know who I be and what the buzz about. Snail just came out of his shell and we can slug it out.
EMCEE. 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 Don't even try to be. When you come off this beat, don't even lie to me. EMCEE. 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 Don't even try to be. When you come off this beat, don't even lie to me.
Yeah. Pass that rock.
Hold on. First.
Listen.
Put the beat a little louder, bro, please. Yeah. They said, we gon' love you unconditional, right? Under one conditional, and that's a contradiction, so I swear I never listen, hope. I bought Hope's tape to relate more. I know L would've helped me way more. I can't check my income unless it's coming through a check. Fuck I'm supposed to do, I ain't got no money to invest, I've been in the jungle, I wore the iron hood. The hours on me, I disappeared like Elijah Wood. I gave him power, like there you go, you could try it good. Who you think had took the tack out of the lion's foot?
Lord of the flings, no I ain't hoarding a thing. The inspiration that you spilling gives the aura of kings. Name a rap star that been rapping more than he sing. These niggas might as well be on the mic recording they bling. Be careful, Kate, don't even go there. One bad word and you could never do a show there. I don't care, homie, I be damned if I let a singer nigga strip me like my name was Janet. Understand it, we gon' love you unconditional, right? Under one condition though, and that's a contradiction. So I swear I never listen, ho. We gon' love you unconditional, right? Shit, under one condition though, and that's a contradiction. So I swear I never listen, ho. Choices are to be a star or nothing, right? I talk game way before we ball. Shit, hey yo, I feel like LeVar or something. You see them Zoes, man, they came with a heavy cost. I tried a lot of things, it wasn't for me, guys. And I ain't talking drugs, I mean money schemes and glory-wise, right? Steve Spill with the storyline, the kid who got poorer with the more he tried it right before he died. Jackpot, I'm the beast, on my team, no need for mascots. You see, I tried to be plain, not talk the games, but I was only trying to help you. Sorry, I don't talk about chains, I hate that about myself too. What else new? Well, I'm nasty now. How nasty? Well, shit. Bitch, I'm more revolting than John Travolta with only shorts up on your porch. Selling Jaga Border, pour hot Corona. The loose shopping cart that fucks your parking zone up. They call me Messi like soccer goalers from Barcelona. But if I kick it old school, I bet you they gon' probably come. Or you hate throwback shit, you musta got your body done. All this talk about a label, meanwhile I don't got me one. Rather be a conscious rapper than a fucking sloppy one. I got so much to say, this beat cannot be done. Call up Marty, tell them boys I found the noise, I got me one. They said, we gon' love you unconditional, right? Under one conditional. That's a contradiction. So yeah, I swear I never listen, ho.
Take one look at me and say don't trust her. And me smoking on them things just like a rasta. Couldn't get high enough, couldn't get by without your love. So keep your drama because I ain't beat no more. You only hit me when you need me, talking about you got some problems. Miss me with that shit, go ahead and call your baby mama. Cause I ain't picking up the next time that you call me fiendin'. So hit somebody's up, you know my cutoff game is seamless. I'm too late to deny it. On the low, all you niggas wanna try it. In my day, I'm tryna take me to the highest, but I don't get low cause I'm a poppin'. Still do everything I wanna. Stop sweating me, no sauna. You messed up, it's your karma. I'm gon' shoot with that drama. I ain't beat for you. I ain't beat.
Hey. Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience radio show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. Shout out to once again KMJ Love. KMJ Love is always showing love. I appreciate her. You're going to see her beauty and her sexiness back in the studio once again. Another time going down the road because she has KMJ Love clothing, which is for kids with special needs who want to feel like everybody else. She created this clothing line. God rest the soul of her daughter, who she created the clothing for in the first place. But she also has it now for different families and kids who have afflictions or who are born differently and have to live a certain way. So once again, shout out to KMJ Love, and you will see her soon again. But right now, coming up, the one and only Kamaya Tarpley. Hey. This gorgeous young lady right here, and I will tell you, she is definitely in the building. Archmedian is the name of the book, and you're gonna correct me. I know you are, because I can see it happening now. Did I say it right?
You did. No, you did. I was like, yeah.
Okay. Archmedian is a book that she wrote, and I want to definitely tell once again, Upscale PR, shout out to them for bringing some of the most incredible guests that we have for from Vina Love, Francisco Burgos, the Robert Richard, Mr. Griffith, everybody, and now Miss Kamaya Tarpley. Tell me, what is Archmedian?
So Archmedian is about a Grecian general. His father just died, so he's taking over. This is actually going to be the first war he leads. This war is going to be with Rome. Greece is kind of suffering. They're starving. They're kind of dying out, so they have to go to Rome to essentially take over, keep Greece going, get their materials, et cetera, et cetera. So Rome is like the biggest empire at that time. They're the ones who have like everything set in order. They have the biggest army. So this is huge for Marcellus. That's Archmedian's first name, Marcellus Archmedian. And when he goes on to start training, new recruits and everything, his mind becomes infiltrated by Mars, the god of war in Rome, as well as Ares, the Greek god of war. And they're basically infiltrating his mind because they want him to declare the war won in one of their names. And it gets vicious. It gets brutal. It really touches on kind of his own mental strength. He's got weaknesses. He's not perfect, but he does everything he can to try and keep the gods out. And really, you're just watching kind of everything unfold to see who he chooses and the struggles that he goes through.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot. You're talking about him being taken over by people, general from Mars, as well as Ares, the god of war.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. That's a new spin on something. So what made you want to write this book? Like, now, you have written 10 books before, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
It's 9. This will be my 10th.
Okay. Okay, 10th book. Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right, that would make 11. All right, so this is the 10th book. Is this a series of books, or is this it's all different genres that you've written before?
So pretty much my first 2 books go together. Alicia Vale, I Salute You, and Alicia Vale, As You Were. Those are together, but everything else is a standalone book. I'm thinking about making Archmedian actually a trilogy, which is kind of difficult. Writing series of things are kind of hard, so you have to kind of meet the stamina of the first one. You have to make sure all the energies match. That's why, for the most part, I pretty much just write standalones. But I think this one definitely deserves, a few more books written about it.
Have you ever thought about turning any of your books into series or into movies or anything of that nature?
Honestly, I would love to turn my books into movies. I think because when I write, I am a massive movie watcher. Like, I love watching movies. I know it's cool to say that you don't watch movies or you don't watch TV, but I do. And I love it. I love being at home. So I pull what I see. Yeah, so I pull what I see from the movies. I try and get the emotions, everything that they invoke, and the settings and everything. Because, a book, you've got to kind of create everything in your own mind. So I try and pull from there. So for me, I kind of write it to where it kind of can be looked at as a movie, and, if Archmedian was written into a movie, turned to a movie, I think Robert would actually be a pretty great lead for it.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to the Robert Richard. So with that being the case, because I'm assuming all of the books that you've written thus far are fiction?
Yes, I only write fiction.
Okay, why?
I like being able to create things. I don't really like tampering too much with things that exist because you don't really have much room for imagination. And that's not saying that people who write biographies or historical books or anything aren't creative. That's just, they're more based, so they can kind of stay on track with that. I like being able to say, this person has horns, or this person just flew to another country. You know what I mean?
Okay. So with that being the case, and because of the fact that you like to think outside of the box, where do you see, if you can give us a peek into Archmedian 2, The Second Coming, where would your general go now? Where would his actual process go?
Man, if I told you guys that, it's kind of like giving away the end of the book.
Oh.
Okay. Because I'm very I like to throw twists on my endings. But really, it would follow him, and it would follow the secondary characters as well that I introduced in the books. Probably a little bit more, give them a little bit more coverage. But yeah, I don't want to spoil too much.
Okay. Who is Kamaya Tarpley?
Who is Kamaya Tarpley? That's such an interesting question.
Yes, we
Kamaya
do that.
Tarpley.
We do that here. We ask real questions. This is a real radio show.
Kamaya Tarpley is a multifaceted human being. It's kind of hard to define myself in, layman's terms. I would probably say independent, number one. She's an independent young woman. Well, I'm almost 30, so maybe not that young anymore.
Oh, stop. I got you by 16 years. Don't go there. But I hear you, young lady. But go ahead. Almost 30. So you're 29. Oh, Lord. I feel real old now.
29.
Go ahead.
Independent, creative. I'm an open-minded person. I'm very hardworking. If I'm one of those people where even though I just said I like to stay home and watch movies, if there's nothing going on, that stresses me out. Like, I have to have something going for me to feel like, I'm accomplishing something.
Well, for the mere fact, and I quote, that Shanice Harmon said to tell you, hey, Kamaya girl.
She said she was gonna do that.
Well, she did. Tell me, because you say that you like to keep working, you're a person that's very interesting in the fact that I know there's people who are novelists who haven't written 10 books. You wrote 10 books. Yeah, that kind of tells me that you like to keep busy, because in and of itself, that's a feat in and of itself. To have someone create books, to take people on a journey, to give them, something new to look at, take them into a fantasy world that they may not have. And another question that it brings up in my mind is: have you ever thought about turning any of this to like a video game or something like that?
That's hilarious that you said that, because not one of my friends, he's a huge gamer, and I talked to him about our committee and had a really thorough, in-depth conversation with him about it. He's not a huge reader, but he does listen to me when I talk about my books, and he's like, you should make that into a video game. Absolutely.
I was thinking hello, yes, I could see that as one of those role-playing type video games, and him being controlled in the whole series.
Yeah, I think that would be super dope. I would actually be really interested in that too.
So anybody out there who's a gamer and who has the abilities to put a game together, please contact Miss Kamaya Tarpley, because I'm telling you, I can see that out there, and you could make millions of dollars off these games these days. So with that being said, you being a person that is always on the move and always working, what is a chill day for Miss Tarpley? What's a relaxed day?
Yeah, a chill day is really spending time with my family. I hang out with my mom and my brother a lot.
Oh.
They're like amazing. I hang out with them every weekend. I think they're just very important to me. So really a chill day is like hanging out with them and my mom's ginormous cat. Huge. And we like to go out to eat, and just spend time together. Maybe go play tennis. That's really it.
Okay. Are you planning to? How many books do you see yourself writing in your career?
The limit does not exist.
Wow.
I have one of those brains that's like so. Even though sometimes I can kind of come across monotone, like in person, my brain just always going. I always have an idea about.
You don't come across monotone. You're a very interesting person, and I like that.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, it's just ideas are always constantly just flowing through my head. I really can't stop it. So, and I have to write. It's almost like, I don't know. I guess really, if you talk to any writer, they really say just I have to. Like, there's no way to stop and just be like, okay, I'm done. Pretty much gonna be like this forever.
Well, there are some of the greats who have at times, writer's block, if you want to call it, or something of that nature. Right. And whether, it took me 3 years to finish a book. On average, how long does it take you to write a book?
A few months. Usually takes me because me personally, I do every single thing with my book. So obviously I write the story, I do the editing, and I also do the covers and everything, obviously. So for me to really do a full book in completion usually takes about 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you pick Mr. Rashard as the cover for Archmedian?
Well, if you'll notice with my books, most of the time, not in all of my books, but most of the time, my main characters are Black. And for me, I wanted to write a book about ancient Greece, but I really wanted to have like a Black lead. It's just important to me to have Black leads in my book. So I wanted to pick someone who was like strong, who had like the physique kind of a warrior back then, who like had a strong physique, but wasn't like crazy bulky, like a Dave Bautista, who wrestled. And just Robert Shard, he just, for some reason, I couldn't get the image of him out of my mind because he has got the physique, he's got a great strong face. So I really just couldn't get in my head. I was like, I need somebody who looks like him. So I was actually complaining on Instagram. Okay,
so let me set the tone. Ladies, if you haven't seen the book cover, you can see why she picked him, from her standpoint, because I'm a guy. All guys to me are ugly. But the reason why she picked him is because of the fact that he did depict what she wanted. But of course, ladies, he's easy on the eyes. So you won't miss him when you see the cover. But what I like that you said is the fact that you depict strong African American men in the series that you put forth. Have you written anything that surrounds a strong African American woman?
Actually, most of my books. This is really, I have 2 that depict really strong Black males. Most of my other books depict strong women who are Black or brown. And really, this one was actually kind of a new term for me because, I usually write about strong females. So it was really like the time to really focus in on a strong male, what I thought they would possess, what I thought they would be like. But I personally think I did a good job so far. And so far, what I've heard from people who've read so far, they think it's great too. So.
I like your enthusiasm because of the fact that it's refreshing to be such a young woman who can create such profound fiction, giving people a journey that they can go on through your series and through your books is a feat in and of itself. And to be able to articulate and to be a strong young woman yourself that comes across with the characters that you pick or comes across in your style of writing. So that in and of itself should be celebrated, and we appreciate having young writers like yourself out there in the world, happen to be African American, that have given us another thing to look at in the world and say, hey, we did that. We've always done it in music, we've done it as athletes, but more and more to have African American literary minds that are out there to create such a platform is always a great thing. And then to put us in the forefront in the books, as opposed to having the guy with the blonde hair, blue eyes come in and save the day, always is a great thing.
Right. Thank you. That was very flattering. I like that. I'm gonna have a big head for the rest of the day.
That's not a problem. I appreciate greatness, and that's why this show is here, to celebrate that greatness of people who are like yourself, who are creating a platform for us to be able to live and to grow and to do a lot of different things. This is why I respect people who are on their grind, who are about their work, who do the things in which gives us a better look in this world, than the ones that are portrayed in the media and other places where we see all of us fighting and arguing and doing other things, as opposed to being creative and being strong and being, proud within this world.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm like a bag fortune cookie. I just roll. Sometimes it comes out of my head.
No, that's all very meaningful. Honestly, I think it's important to hear. So,
Ms. Tarpley, can you tell everybody what your social media is and where they can find you?
yes, on all of my handles, Twitter, Instagram, everything, you can find me on @Kamaya Tarpley, KAMAYATARPLEY. Please don't judge my first name. My mom used an obscene amount of A's. It's not my fault. I also have a website. That's my name, KamayaTarpley.com. And finally, a YouTube channel, Kamaya Tarpley Author.
And please go out and pick up all of her series. You can find them on Amazon as well as...
right now, just Amazon.
Okay.
In a few weeks, it'll get available on expanded distribution like BarnesandNoble.com and such. And my own site.
All right. So you get the opportunity to purchase the book directly from Kamaya Tarpley's website, as well as you can pick it up on Amazon, as well as you will in a few weeks or a month from now be able to pick it up on BarnesandNoble.com. Please go out and purchase the series. Support greatness as it stands before you. Kamaya Tarpley was here. We did this on the Evening Experience. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule today. And thank you for being you.
Thank you.
Kamaya Tarpley, thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All righty. Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is another show in the books. We did what we were supposed to do. We gave you a great show. Share it amongst yourselves. Share it amongst the people. Share it amongst everybody. And you want to go back and watch some of the things we did today, some of the things we talked about, and some of the people we had on. Here's the opportunity. Once again, go to the Evening Experience YouTube page. Subscribe. Listen to us, watch us, hear us. Great things coming down the pike. Once again, my beautiful co-host was not here today. My little heart's broken. She is an incredible force that I enjoy having here all the time. That's the one and only Miss Tony. She will definitely be here. And once again, your Thursdays will never be the same. Check us out every Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. And you're going to see us moving around to a lot of different events. If you want us at yours, hit us up on the Evening Experience Instagram page, in the DMs. Let me know what's up. It's your boy Mac 357 saying we're signing off. We'll see you next week right here on In The Mix Radio. Let's go. Hey.
You know what it is. Mac 357, Big Chuck, I see you. The Evening Experience, Funk Flex. I mean, you know what we about.